we're talking to teachers right now because there's some people right now that learn to read, that learn to do their work because of you. So I want you to know that I honor you this morning for being here in this very moment in time. But ultimately, the pain that we can carry from yesterday, see, it can seep over in today because pain got memory. It really just doesn't go anywhere. You see, it just, you don't think about it as much because it's not at the front of your mind. But ultimately, it'll still be there. So the older I get, the more I start looking at how carrying around pain, old past hurts, yesterday, we do all that. It's like carrying around some old furniture. You ever had some old furniture in your house? You been needing to get rid of that furniture? Been needing to throw that couch out. Been needing to get that old table out the way. It's been just like that, carrying yesterday, because it happened. It was real. But we don't need to let what happened yesterday ruin today. That's my motivational moment of this piece right here, why I wrote that poem yesterday. Because we ought to learn from it, remember it, but don't move in with it. So now I'm going to talk about why people carry things anyway, and in some cases they always got something to say. Somebody's seen something that happened a long time ago, and they can't wait to tell you what they know about you. You ever heard people like that? And teaching, teachers can be some of the most. You think that we are educated professionals, but there's some teachers that will gossip. There's some parents that will gossip, and folks always seem to have something to say. So I wrote another poem, and that poem is called "Someone's Always Saying Something." So I'm going to share this with you real quick, Miss Marilyn. And by all means, if you start to get tired, and you done, if you leave me, I love you. Okay, I won't feel no harm. And if you didn't stick around, but if you stick around till I finish my paper, then what you done? It's just me and you. My daughter got some footage of it. I'm looking at it. My camera was on. It's off now. That's fine. But someone's always saying something. Everywhere you look, day after day, there's always something. You got a reason to find something to say. Some people, they say, all celebrities and rich people, they're in the Illuminati. They have sensational stories perpetuated by the paparazzi, shared names and scattered fame, plastered like billboards of local graffiti. Some people get mad at things that could be just a passing fad, like Sable or QAnon or something like a passing thing, things that don't last and things that really they don't even know what they mean. But some people even get backlash, like Michael Jackson band. Think about that, the way that Daisy Alcatraz, all over a passing fad. See, someone's always saying something. Some things that get said are left better right here and here. Some things that can be kept silent, a powerful prayer. That might be better than a riot that could possibly turn violent. Some people will give a whole long speech, laced with hate, violent intent, and full of deceit. Someone's always saying something. They'll turn around and want you to be discreet. They want you to shh, don't say nothing. You don't repeat. Reckless minds, they like to share thoughts and engage in meet and greets. Some people are patrons and they have lifelong seats. Some say something just to have it said. But it's better if you say something because the outcome will positively affect someone or something instead. Some will say something that will have a positive impact on the whole wide world and what we see. So that's another piece. Someone's always saying something. So we're going to snap on that piece right there. Close that now. Say a few more things about what do we mean about people saying something, stories that get told. And sometimes we know if it's true. Sometimes stories get told that wasn't true. Sometimes people make things up. They have to start rumors, and they'll push that rumor, push that narrative as long as they want to until someone exposes what happened. And as a school teacher, you know that can happen. So chill. What grade level did you teach, Miss Marilyn? What grade level did you teach?
7.
Oh Lord, I gotta give you some. Oh, I gotta work. Middle school is so difficult to teach. I take my hat off. That's a hard age for a young person. They don't know what they want to do. They want to be a little baby. They want to be grown. But I think you were a real good teacher. How you doing? And good. All I can say is, in doing that, you can remember in the 7th grade classroom, there was always some kind of drama. And somebody always had a story. And somebody said this happened. Somebody said that happened. Somebody said he did it. Somebody said she did it. But at the end of the day, people will always have something to say. But I know what? Even when people disagree, sometimes it's okay to disagree and then still eat together, still go on. But it seems like nowadays, people, they get into some arguments over serious. And people fighting these days, Miss Mary. They fight over parking spots. People fight, argue, disagree over politics. They argue, disagree over religion. They argue, disagree over Facebook. Facebook? Who has Facebook? You got a Facebook page, Miss Mary? Do you do social media? Any type of none of that? Don't do none of that mess. See, this generation, they all do all that mess. And they just, to me, get confused. That's what I think. I think they don't know what they want to do. They need to be listening to you. We got you. So, at the age that you have gotten to with all your life experiences, do you ever feel like people haven't listened to you enough? Do you feel like that sometimes people weren't listening? Yeah. And don't you hate that? Because you're a wise woman. You knew what you were talking about when you were talking to those people. And sometimes people don't want to hear it, but they always got something to say. So that's why I wrote that poem, you know, because some people are just always saying something. And at the end of the day, what they're saying, they not amount to a hill of things, Miss Marilyn. If they took their time and listened to you, 9 times out of 10, their life probably would have worked out. I'm much better. Yeah. But words are powerful. They can build you up, they can break you down, they can hurt people, they can heal people. But tales from the front porch. This is my auntie Reverend Teddy, she always told me, don't say nothing that your heart hadn't got there first. You probably heard old folks say, I heard old folks say, I say it. Because my daughter, she think I'm old. Everybody her generation, they think I'm old. And all the students out there, they think I'm old. But I heard older people than me say, don't you let your mouth write a check that your behind can't catch. You remember people saying that, Miss Marilyn? You know when people said that, you know that was true, right? Some folks get out here and say stuff and then can't back it up. So that's what my auntie Ray would tell me. Because, see, if you're going to be saying something, say something with some wisdom. Because not every thought needs a microphone. Not every opinion deserves a stage. Sometimes the strongest thing you can say is nothing. Sometimes that's the best thing you do. Just don't say that. I told my students, I said, when you don't know what you need to say to grandma, to auntie, don't get an attitude. That's the one thing you don't do. I would tell them, do your eyebrows. Just like when I'm at my workplace and my principal and people who are in authority over me are telling me what to do, I'm going to listen. And I'm going to, even if I disagree, I work there. I'm going to keep my job. So I taught my students how to stop disrespecting authority. That doesn't help. It doesn't help at all. Because what do you think? The authority is going to disappear? The authority is going to be there whether you do what they say or not. So in this transition, I'm thinking about how to get from where we are to where we end up. And where I'm at today is in here talking to you, Miss Marilyn, hanging out, taking some video footage, trying to get through this project that I'm hoping it works itself out. But ultimately, being scattered all over the place through all these different timelines, Auntie Ray Ray said, being scattered. You know, you get these feelings sometimes. You get these instincts.
Say again.
Yes, ma'am. Well, the other lady came and she said her hands were bothering her. She needed to get the nurse to take care of her. So if anybody else, I'll be here. If she gets tired of me, she can leave. She don't have to stay hang out. She's not a hostage. But if she hang out with me, I appreciate you. I'm gonna hold on to you. But by all means, I'm gonna just finish my little paper. If somebody else comes and I'll talk a little bit more. But other than that, you might want to go sit outside in the sun. So I ain't gonna keep you from your friends. But ultimately, I got another little poem for you. And it's basically talking about, you know, having a gut feeling, having instincts to think something could be coming. You know, people can say everything. And my auntie Ray Ray Short said a whole lot of stuff. But ultimately, I can't get this gut feeling like something else is underlying what she is saying. So I wrote a poem called Have You Ever Seen It Coming? And this poem, basically, that's what I'm trying to say. Sometimes you get a gut feeling. And sometimes you get told because somebody got something to say that don't listen to yourself. You get a lot of men in there. I've been married 2 times, so I have 2 husbands. And all the time, somebody always they're gonna tell me what I think. I know what I think. Okay, I know what I think. But people will do that to you sometimes, whether it be men, whether it be people of different groups. They think they want to tell you what you should do. But you should be able to tell when something's coming. So this piece is called Have You Ever Seen It Coming? Did you ever feel like you knew something? Like you could sense something? You can feel something's coming. I want you to think with your mind and not with your eyes. Trust the gut. Trust the feeling inside. They blew it, didn't you? You knew it too. You said it. You saw it. You even went through it. That's why you knew it. Have you ever seen it coming and you just had nothing to say? You step back, you say, look at this. You say, look at that. And you just threw your hands up that day. See, that's a good day to pray. If you never prayed before, or if you never prayed before, prayer can always happen more. When you see it coming, you better pray that day, and then you better pray some more. Even if you don't know what to pray for, learn how to put your head to the floor. Learn how to bend your knee. Learn how to say, God, please, help me, please. Have you ever thought about something, and then you knew something was going to happen, and you knew something was coming? If you ever seen it coming, you better pray. You better be ready for whatever the universe has to say. Because if you ever get the feeling that you can sense something might actually be coming, you better trust your gut feeling and be ready to fight or start running. Trust the feeling inside because you saw it. You knew it. You were prepared to go through it. And you can see it coming. So that's that piece. Have you ever seen it coming? And with that being the last of these points here, basically I wanted just to kind of expound on that concept of this project and why it's important to me. So I know I will come out here. I've never done any kind of stand-up comedy. I don't call myself a comedian. I'm a teacher, okay? But I'm a storyteller. So ultimately, I'm trying to lead this little presentation into something that will be something that people will be entertained about. I'm tell you some poems, tell you some funny stories about poems. This whole project is basically